Guys, what's going on? It's your host, Gamers Films or Wilson, back at you guys with another episode of Idiots with Mics. Today, first, Tucker is missing. He's probably dead now. So we went from John being dead to now Tucker being dead. But with me is, as always,
John.
there we go. And today we have a guest.
Hi, I'm Casey.
There we go. Man, John, you really suck at intros.
The first guest of Idiots with Mics.
Yes, the very first
Yeah.
guest. So,
It's an honor to be an idiot with a microphone.
oh yes, it's the highest of honors to be an idiot with a microphone.
You're gonna
Soft.
take this with you to your grave.
Yes. And if you'd like to come back later, you can. Fun fact.
Ooh.
So, how's everybody been? With now day, what feels like 4 million of
Isolation.
the beer virus,
Oh yes. Oh yes.
because YouTube now censors and copyrights the use of the C word.
So really?
Yes.
Oh man, I didn't know that.
Yeah. You get a copyright claim if they catch it, and it's not like people review it because of most of YouTube's like actual physical workers aren't coming into work anymore because they were told to stay home. So most
Huh.
of the copyright claims are going through automatic, and so
Oh.
they even said like I got a notification when I was trying to adjust some stuff on my channel. It was like, look, if you post something and it gets copyrighted, we won't be able to fix it right away because
Oh.
or
'Cause
things
they
might
all.
right because
all
everybody's at
chilling.
home, or you might get something copyrighted that normally wouldn't get copyrighted because everything's going through the computer
Automatic.
and not getting checked.
It's pretty wild.
It is pretty wild. So, John, what are you playing tonight?
Well, I was playing Fallout 76, but
The servers
kinda-
were down.
chugging my internet in the moment, so I decided to stop playing.
Ah. What are you playing now?
What?
What are you gonna play now?
Minecraft.
Understandable. Understandable.
Yeah, yeah.
What was it earlier? Tucker had me playing Worms. First time playing it, actually wasn't that bad.
Oh,
I've never played it. It looks like not a bad time.
Oh, it definitely wasn't. Like, so much random things can happen. I just wasn't expecting it.
Huh.
oh.
I'll have to check it out.
I mean, I've seen it played a little bit, and it looks really cool too. So, that's like the turn-based game where you have like items and you throw them at each other, right?
Is it? Oh, is it like the tank game on like addicting games or something? You have the
Oh,
tanks?
yeah. I think I know what tank game you're talking about. Was it like
Yeah.
Pocket Tanks?
I think so. You have like you're like one on both sides, and you have to shoot the missile and hit the other.
Yeah, I know what you're talking about. You had to like adjust your angle and your
Yeah, like all the math things that everyone just guessed until they got it right.
right.
Gosh, all that's going away because Flash is going away.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's really
Like-
sad.
Yeah, you're losing like a whole block of just content that for like this generation, like a little bit before, like that's all you would do in classes. You wouldn't pay attention. You'd play Flash games, but now you ain't gonna have those.
Right, yeah, it's just... Now what are we supposed to do instead of actually paying attention in trig class?
Yeah. Oh gosh.
Sit in the back?
What's the point of paying attention to class when we're not going back, Wilson?
That's a very good point, John. But
That is-
next... Well, by the time we go back to school, it'll be gone.
Yeah, that's true. That's also true.
It's very unfortunate and very sad.
Yeah. Although I think everything now, a lot of things I think are going to HTML5. So like some stuff still's going to be there, but
Well, that's good.
not the oldie goldies like the what is it? Monkey Go Happy. That whole point and click genre of Flash games.
I can't say I've ever heard of it.
Really?
Yeah.
All you got to do is make the monkey happy. You just cry, and
Oh.
you got to make him happy. I mean, that's all it is.
Yeah.
A simple task. Make the monkey happy.
Yeah, that was it. There was like a time when they were giving away like plush dolls of the monkey, and me and my brother both so desperately tried to get one because we ate those games up. I don't know why.
It's really weird. Why is Flash going away?
I don't think anything's really using it anymore. Like I don't remember why, but it's just like I can find out right now.
As I say, I think both of us have computers right in front of it. Why is Flash going away? Adobe Flash usage has been declining for quite some time, and the main reason it is going away is due to lengthy load times and ever-increasing security vulnerabilities. Okay then.
Huh.
I don't know. I never would have thought
so
that it'd be going away like that.
Flash will be shut down completely at the end of 2020, and most won't even realize it's gone. As Chris said.
Every teenager in a high school will.
Yeah. Wild.
John, are you crinkling a water bottle into your mic?
No, just open up a bag of gummy bears.
Yes, I love gummy bears.
Oh,
I know
me
they're
too.
amazing.
So
Are they
good.
are they Haribo gummy bears?
They are, but that's not the best brand.
Okay, Haribo
They
have a
are the
special
best.
spot in my heart.
They are the best. They're one of my favorites.
They're good,
They're really good.
but have you ever had Albanese gummy bears?
I can't say that I have.
Those are the go-to brand. You gotta try them out. They're
Okay.
amazing.
Okay. All right then.
I'll have to keep those in mind. Although I will say I am quite the Haribo conservative.
I know you are.
When
Since
we went
22.
was in Germany, and that Haribo it's a German brand, and half every single euro I had went to gummy bears. My bag was always flooded with them.
Nice.
You know.
Mm.
Where it's at. And the peaches. I think the peaches are my favorite. Like I normally don't like peach candy because it tastes like vomit, but Haribo peaches they just hit different. You know.
Yeah. I don't know. I really
You're
like
stuck.
peach candy.
Really?
Yeah. Like do you like the rings, the little peach flavored rings?
Oh yeah.
I really
Yeah, I
like
get you.
those. I really like those.
Those are
Also,
good. I think it's the Bean Boozled that killed them for me.
Oh.
I think that's why. I think I always associate peach with vomit now. That's why I don't think I can eat peach candies. It's just like I think that's what did it.
I get that. Yeah, I get that.
I just hate how accurate those things actually are.
Yeah.
It is kind of
Oh,
weird.
that's a problem.
It is.
I want to meet the person who created Bean Boozled and give him like a solid handshake. Just because I want to know what the thought process was to A, the flavors they chose, and B, why.
Yeah.
You know, I just want to meet him someday.
Some aren't bad.
Sure. Toothpaste
like-
is a win-win.
Toothpaste. Yeah. What is it, like blueberry or toothpaste, right?
Yeah.
I'm not a fan of toothpaste.
Understandable. I mean, it's really not something that should be consumed, but in jelly bean forms, it's not as bad as other things can be.
There's
Yeah.
so many things that shouldn't be consumed in jelly bean form, but yet again, it's
It's
me.
true. I will say the stinky socks flavor though, like that's one I also don't mind.
Yeah.
It's like it's like oddly fruity. It's like I'd put it in the guilty pleasures list, eating jelly bean socks.
No, like, you just always got to, because like when I was little, we didn't have a big house, so we had to share a room with us kids. I slept next to my brother. One night, He puked all over my face.
Oh,
I already went to my
no.
Ugh.
Yeah, I know, it was very good. And when I had that vomit Bean Boozled thing,
It brought back
Just-
memories.
flashbacks.
Oh
It was like
God.
this flashback were getting to me. It was too accurate. I hated it.
Vietnam
so nasty.
flashbacks.
I know.
That's
So never-
quite the story though. But
It is quite the story. I remember
not for
You're
every
welcome.
day.
one of the first nights that I moved into not the current house that I'm in, but the last house when I moved up to you, John, up in Forksville. I think it was the
Okay.
very first night I slept there. I woke up not like during the process of puking. I think I puked in the middle of the night, and I don't remember if I got up not long after it, or if I slept and just kept sleeping through the night in the puke. Because I woke up in puke.
Ugh.
It was
That happened to
bad.
me once after movie theater popcorn. I didn't eat movie theater popcorn for a while.
Ugh,
Vomit's such a. It's so
it is.
not a. It's not good. And the process of actually vomiting is one of my least favorite experiences.
Okay, but you know what I really like? When you're feeling really, really sick, and then you either like you think that you're about to throw up, so like you got the trash can in your arms, and you just burp, and that's everything, and you're like, oh, I'm fine now. Or you
Yeah.
vomit, and then that just alleviates like all the sickness feeling. You're like, I feel fine now.
Yeah,
That's what
that is a really good feeling.
It's
You're right.
amazing feeling. It's like when you have a stuffed nose and then you can breathe again.
Ah, yeah.
What an amazing feeling. So John, how's the Minecraft going?
Actually, I ditched the Minecraft and started playing Worms.
So you gotta get you in that worms mood, man.
Yeah.
It's a very great mood. There's no down here.
Okay, it's fair.
Yeah.
Worms and gummy bears, best combination in the world.
That does sound like quite the time.
Oh yeah. Dude, have you ever guys had like the worms in dirt like dessert where it's like gummy worms
Yeah.
inside pudding and crushed Oreos?
Yeah. My favorite was when it was like sand and it was the golden Oreos because guys have such a thing for those
Yes.
golden Oreos. Good stuff. I mean, worms and sand don't really exist. I haven't seen them because I think they would dry out, but still a good dessert though.
Yeah. It's a pretty good dessert.
All those
Okay.
party snacks, those like typical ones. I think that sits in there. Those are so good. I love them. I love them all. They make me sick, but I love them all. That's something I miss. When you grow up and all of a sudden, like, all those party things just go away. Like, I'm a child at heart, so maybe that's why. But, like, you know, when I'm, like, 25, I want to have a kid's birthday party just with all the kooky decorations and just all those snacks that are just themed and they're super cheesy.
Yeah.
Like, that's the stuff.
That is the stuff.
It's gonna be my kid's party for like a minute, then it's gonna be my party.
Yeah. It's like move aside, little.
I mean,
man.
who's spending all the money? You know?
Exactly. I was,
You're
about to,
entirely wrong.
I was about to say move aside, little Johnny, but then I would have been like, wait, so John's gonna name his kid John?
I mean,
That would be something John would do.
I was gonna say,
That would
that's what Dave did.
This is
No,
true.
that would be awesome because
Dave and my brother David.
Wilson. If I did that, it would be literally Jonathan Almeida the Third.
That's right. I forgot. Please do. Please
I
do.
might have
The trilogy.
The truth.
to.
Make sure it's like the prequels, not no. Make sure it's the originals, not the prequels or the sequels.
Yeah.
Because Star Wars showed
make
that
sure
the
you're-
original is good.
Make sure your child isn't CGI. You should
Correct.
be fine.
Or Jar Jar Binks. Jonathan Jar Jar Binks Almeida the Third.
Gosh. Just
that's
that
what you do.
that in any name would ruin it. It could be the most beautiful name, but if the middle name is Jar Jar Binks, bad. And
Well, so
this,
I just wish you understood the references.
Wait, which reference?
For this show, literally everything's a reference.
This is true.
It can't be JoJo.
Right. Wait, Casey,
Wait.
you watch JoJo, don't you?
I do not.
Oh, I thought you did.
No, I can only watch 12 episodes of any show. And if it is more than 12 episodes, I just stop at 12.
Okay.
It's just the lock. I have so many shows I've only watched like half of one season because like 24 episodes. I'm like, episode 12. Oh, this is cool. And it's just like, it's just where it ends for me.
Yeah.
It's just done.
I've watched like half of part 1 for JoJo, which is sad because it's like 6 episodes long. I'm only at 3.
I couldn't get through the first episode of JoJo's Bizarre Adventure.
Really?
Yeah, it didn't grab my attention the way that I felt like it should. So I'm gonna take a break. I'm watching Fruits Basket right now. I love it.
Gotcha.
I absolutely love it. And
I haven't seen it before.
it's good. You should watch it. Check it out.
I might.
And then what was I gonna say? Then I think I'm gonna go back to JoJo.
Gotcha. Yeah, it wasn't that I dislike it. It's just, I don't know. I was just watching. I had a whole bunch of other things, and I usually just well, now I have time, but I used to not have time to like buckle down and watch a season of something. So that's why I used to watch a lot of movies, and I would read the mangas more so. But now that I have time, just some shows I wanted to revisit or watch all of, just for the sake of like, what else do I have to do?
Yeah. Oh my God, John! Stop crinkling in your microphone.
It's ASMR. Love
It
it.
is. It is some pretty high quality
It's-
ASMR.
It is high quality.
Here's snapping ASMR. Wait, hold on. I had it. Let me
Oh. Oh, that sounds really weird. It's like metallic.
I figured that'd be a bad sound.
That was like some next level arousing snaps.
Oh man. Oh man.
Oh.
I'm disappointed in Tucker.
I am too. I feel like Tucker and Casey would get along pretty well.
Oh,
Now I gotta meet Tucker. Gotta give him a high five.
It's still beer virus. You gotta elbows.
Right, you got me. You got me. Can we talk about this virus for a sec? Can I talk about how the virus has affected my household for 1 second?
Oh, go for it. I'm sure I can relate.
Well, I know you know. For the longest time, we were not able to leave at all, and like it was kind of before the quarantine became like this needs to happen. We still like the minute it was okay, it's nearby, in the house. That was it.
Oh.
Yeah. But as time went on, it just progressively got worse because I was sick before the whole virus, like the whole quarantine started. But
As
I went
was
to a
I.
doctor. Yeah, it was for me. It was just like allergies and like wasn't taking care of like. It was just too fast, so it like was blocking up my sinuses. But my mom, of course, was still worried because I was having a sore throat and my nose was bothering me. But they said I was fine. So when the quarantine first started, it was all whatever, and then she would constantly like check in with me and like keep on offering me medicines, because she was getting worried about like what if I had it. So she wasn't letting me see people because she thought like that I could have it. And so at first I was like, I was imprisoned a lot, chilling out in my room, it was whatever. But then when I got better, I was finally able to move around. And it was fine for about a couple of days until today. I went into our garage to just, get a soda as one does. And I found a bunch of boxes, like full boxes in this garage.
Okay.
And my dad came out and was like, "Oh, you gotta be careful of those." I'm like, "Why?" Like, we're gonna kill the virus.
No.
I'm like, viruses are already dead. He's like, "No, but we're just gonna let them out. Get rid of it." I'm like, "But Amazon had a whole thing on their website about how they're keeping it clean. So we don't have to leave these out here for that long." And he's like, "No, we're still gonna make sure we can get rid of it." Like, how long have all these?
So what they're doing is they're just leaving the Amazon boxes in the garage for 2 weeks?
They just
Oh my
kind of
God.
put them in the garage and said, "Yep, this is clean."
No.
So yeah, there's a boxes just in between the cars, chilling. I don't know what's inside, but yeah, I guess they're attempting to have the bitter cold air kill it, but it can't really
The bitter cold
kill
air
it.
that's actually going to be going away tomorrow. Apparently, it's supposed to
Yeah,
be really nice tomorrow.
it was supposed to snow on Monday, and all of a sudden it's like,
It did for
just
John.
kidding,
John got snow.
really?
Yeah, we got
No.
snow today.
No.
But
Love
tomorrow,
snow.
yeah, it is supposed to be nice here. But unfortunately, I have to work still.
Where do you work?
I work at a restaurant.
Are you kidding me?
Yeah, we're still doing takeout. Apparently, that's still essentials.
Oh, gosh, that's. I mean, man, just working when like they're trying to get everybody to stay at home and you still have people going out, like, kind of counters itself, you know?
Yeah, I know. It's dumb.
It's wild. This whole thing, at first I'm like, hey, no school for a while. How bad can it be? And then week one kicked in,
Yeah.
and teachers were like, hey, let's online school, something we've all never done before, but what's the worst that can happen? And the worst happened, and it's just like, why? This is bad.
The thing is they can't online school us, though. That's the sad part.
Yeah.
Because they're not allowed to grade
They
anything that
can't
we
grade.
do.
And
Except,
it kills the motivation factor. Like, I don't want to do anything, because what's the point? I'm not losing points. I'm not gaining points. Why would I want to do that?
you can
Yeah,
actually, you can give, you can get more points for trig if you missed any homework
I did see
assignments.
that. I did see that. The
And
thing is, I didn't miss that much homework this quarter.
She did post all the homework answers, so you can just copy it down. So
Oh man, I have to do that.
yeah,
I gotta save my 66%.
yes.
Is
I'm gonna
my other.
I'm gonna save my 54. I really hope.
54? Are you joking?
I really well.
I-
If
I
she,
don't think you understand this class.
if she lets us drop a quiz, it'll like skyrocket.
Yeah. I don't think I can drop a quiz though. I technically dropped the whole test because I missed the test day. And I guess she really liked me because she kept on being like, "Okay, we'll push it off until you're ready." I'm like, "I appreciate that." But then this happened, and now I cannot take this test.
I need.
Which
To,
I'm not complaining. I would have done horrible on it. So I don't think I can drop a quiz after that.
I need to talk to Mrs. Fulmer because I never made up the last unit test.
Whoa,
And
what
I
was
don't
that?
know-
That was.
It was the I think it was the day that I don't remember when it exactly was, but
What test was that? What was the last thing we did?
unit 8, I think. But
Oh.
the AP exam is now from units 1 to 7.
Oh
which is really
yeah.
nice, and it's going to be online.
Okay. Dude, the AP exams are a joke.
Yeah.
It's just, first of all, multiple choice is there to save you because of the free response question. So the fact that it's 45 minutes of just free response questions, like,
Is it really?
What are you gonna do? Yeah, that's what I looked when I looked at it. That's what they said it was. It's 45 minutes for free response questions. Don't know how many. I assume not many, but
Yeah,
yeah.
probably not
And
many.
they had said, yeah, they said there's like anti-cheating software that they're using and
Yes.
plagiarizing
So
things.
the only way that you can take any test on AP Classroom now is you have to install another browser.
Oh, it's
And
a lock one, whatever.
yup, and it's so stupid. I got it on my computer. I uninstalled it because literally what it does is you open up the browser and you're only allowed on that browser. And that's it. And if you have multiple monitors, it locks you out of those monitors.
Oh shoot.
So
Wait, hold on.
what's
So
up?
I'm listening. Let's take AP for trig.
No,
No,
AP.
not for...
This is psych. AP.
I die.
I would die too. This is AP psychology.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. I was
Yeah.
sick. Cause like
Here's the... Huh?
Go for
I
it.
was like, cause like I'm in trig. I was like, whoa, we don't do AP. I was like so confused.
Yeah. God, AP Trig would make me cry.
Well, it
Like,
depends.
buckets.
It would depend on who it was. Uh, who taught it?
Yeah, although the thing is I can't really blame our teacher too much because I also just don't pay attention. So it's the majority my fault.
Yeah, it is your fault.
I don't know why
Okay,
we're
but
taking
at least
AP
your
Math.
teacher, at least your teacher's actually teaching. My teacher records videos, puts them on YouTube, and tells us to watch them.
I cannot stand that. That's why I'm doing so bad right now with this online school stuff. Videos just don't work that well.
I
They
know.
really don't.
You can't ask questions, and Google isn't always there for you. You know, sometimes it is, sometimes it's not.
Sometimes Google just ain't there for you.
Yeah. Who can you rely on when Google's gone?
Yeah,
Google will never leave you.
but Flash will. Flash is our friend.
Flash
though.
most certainly will.
Flash is never coming back.
No, it is
It's
dead.
really sad.
Although I'm gonna be 100% honest, I think it's one of those things that's once the band-aid's ripped off, like it's gonna be fine.
Yeah, eventually, like, Cool Math Games is gonna move to HTML5.
I think it did because I think that's the only thing that works on the iPad. Because I know Apple is not like, hey, Flash, come over here. I don't think you can run that on iPad, so I think that's why. I think they already have HTML5 things on there.
Oh,
I mean, I'm not a computer person, but
Me neither.
that's my best guess.
Yeah, that'd be. I mean, that would make sense. So, if it doesn't and we lose Cool Math Games forever, I guess it'll be acceptable. I mean, I either sit in class and play Cool Math Games or I draw.
Yeah,
And
I
I've
feel that.
started drawing more and more now. Because of you. It's your fault.
Eh,
I was like, I want to get better at drawing. And you were like, I was really bad at drawing. And then I just kept going. And I didn't stop.
Yep.
So now,
I
go for it.
I went for I don't know what you would call it, but when the quarantine started, I was kind of realizing like the art that I was making was not where I wanted it to be. Like things were off, things were rushed, and I was like, kind of want to fix this. So I will say one thing that's nice about the quarantine was I buckled down. I had this one art book that's like goes over everything about like people and how to draw people. Just broke down proportions and all that. And since I had the time, I just sat down every day for like a good chunk of time. We just pieced together how all it worked. So just today, I was doodling around a bit. I think I finally get it. So I will say the benefit of being in your house forever is that things like hobbies that you want to develop, you have the time to develop it now. So
Yeah.
I'll have to send you what book it was. It's a really good book. Really, really like explains. It's strictly for drawing people, but it's still really nice because it's like anatomy, but gets rid of all like the really complicated stuff.
Oh, okay. That's really interesting.
Yeah, it's a good place to start is what I should say.
Yeah, since I had so much time, like, my dad's like, do you want something to work on? I was like, depends on what you got. He handed me this big, like, stack. There was, like, 3 or 4, folders in it, full of everything that he has on my family's history, like, all the people in my family. And
Huh.
so now I have connected from me all the way to John Reeser of like 17 something who came over from Switzerland to Pennsylvania, and him and his sons bought land from Tappahocken to the Schuylkill River from William Penn.
That's pretty neat.
It's really neat, and like there's so many people. Like I counted up how many people I have like out, like all written up. I pretty much covered a drafting table in paper and was just going at it. I have 275 people.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah, it's insane, but it's so much fun looking through and being like, oh, this person and this person and this person, and seeing all the
If
like.
family history is neat.
It is neat, and I've also been taking the
Yeah.
time to play my instrument a little bit more. I've been playing my bass. I haven't been playing my drums too much since people are home, and I don't want to disturb them because
Nah, I get you. That is one loud drum set.
it's a very loud drum set, especially because my brother's down where where my drum set is, trying to do work. Like he actually has work to do.
Oh. Yeah, that'd be a little bit distracting. Just a droplet.
Yeah. Maybe just tiny little bit, you know.
I just sent Tucker a message on Xbox. I was like, you're
Okay.
missing the pod.
We're a
Tell,
half
tell
an
him
hour.
he's missing me.
Yeah,
He's missing out on you.
he's missing out on the brand new guest. Like this is so
Yeah.
disrespectful. The amount of disrespect.
I'm so right now. I'm crying.
Wow, I can't believe Tucker would upset Casey like that and make them cry.
Yeah.
I hope
It's
Tucker's ashamed.
unbelievable. I hope so too. I pray he's ashamed.
Tucker's now crying in his sleep.
Just there's like, man, all of a sudden I just feel bad. What if? What if?
Get a
Like-
Mr. Hausman curse on him.
Yeah. One person had the power of he just makes you feel bad. And it's not by like looking at them. You're just sitting at home and all of a sudden they're like, don't feel good anymore. And you're like, wow. You just feel like actually, you know what? Before I finish this, I feel like this is a real thing because it's happened all the time. We're just sitting there and all of a sudden you're just like, I don't feel good, you know?
Yeah.
So it's definitely real. We need to find who is causing it and they need to be exterminated.
It's like that thing where it's like if every time like you wish for something, it's like you know like you blow out your candles and you wish you make a wish. It's like that one maybe your wish does come true, but someone else is wishing that everyone's wishes don't come true.
Oh yeah.
Never thought about that. Whoa.
That
Man, that's a bummer.
Yeah, it is.
will never give you your wish.
That's why I never got my like $1 million.
Yup.
Yo,
This Wilson never got his hentai.
Okay,
man, that's a shame.
it is a shame. It's a very big shame.
That is quite the loss.
That's why Casey never gained them god Yif powers.
No, never got him.
Big sad.
It's okay, Wilson. You'll get your hentai one day.
Yeah, one day.
Yeah,
This is-
gotta,
This is supposed
Just
to be a
tell your
family
friend.
channel.
They don't know what hentai is. Just tell them not to search.
yeah.
Disclaimer: children do not look that up. Alright, we go.
Yeah, well they got it here.
Oh, wait,
I'll teach.
We have an editor now. Editor, please go back and put a censor warning, please.
Dude, it's not like they know how to spell hentai, Hentay,
in the Google search and then hit enter
Yeah,
and then click
I
on the
mean,
very first thing that shows up as long as it's a video.
yeah, or you can go on image.
Oh,
You
yeah.
might win a free gift card if
Yeah,
you
a
look up
free
hentai,
or
spelled
maybe
Hentai, and go to images. You will find a free gift card.
free MIDI files.
a free your choice of an iPhone, an Xbox One, or PlayStation 4.
No, like what
Or
you
They're
want
all
an
the
to do?
same
iPod
price.
Touch, third
What you want to
generation.
do? You want to search up hentai. You want to go into like page 20 of Google and just download the free toolbars there. You'll get
Or
some cool stuff.
page 1 of Bing.
I have never used Bing. I
I
will admit that.
have you ever I did this thing.
Wait, I think
The only time I've ever used Bing was I Googled Bing and then went on to Bing and binged Google for no reason.
you know where it's really at though.
Where is it at?
Y'all remember Yahoo?
I do,
Um,
yes. Do you guys remember Firefox?
Yeah, I loved me Fire
I-
just because I like the Fox part of Firefox.
I actually liked Firefox and I actually used it for a long time.
I used it like once or twice on my laptop and never again.
Uh,
I
Ad,
never used Firefox.
what is this? I didn't download that. I did some shady downloading today.
oh, what'd you download?
Well, so a friend of mine wanted to play World of Warcraft, and I don't mind. The only MMO I ever played was Final Fantasy 14. So I'm like, gotta play the classics, you know.
Right.
So I'm like, sure, I'm down. And he was telling me about like the expansions and stuff that were like $30-something. I'm like, I would love to. It's just like, I don't know if I can pay because I think it's a monthly subscription too. I'm like, I don't know if I can justify another monthly subscription MMO. And he's like, don't worry about it. We can just get the classic for free. I'm like, yeah, but I Googled it and the classic's a part of like your subscription. He's like, no, we got it. So
Oh,
today,
no.
we were doing a whole bunch of stuff. It was like, all right, you gotta do this. I'm like, okay. And then download something and like 2 tabs would pop off. I'm like, is this bad? He's like, no, just don't follow them. I'm like, all right, this is gonna get rid of them. And just kept on going on and things would pop up. I'm like, I don't like where this is heading, but it worked. It's just, I don't know what's on my computer now, but we played.
Oh boy.
Oh. How is Final Fantasy 14?
I personally really enjoy it. Have you played any MMOs before?
I mean, I played Ghost Simulator MMO. Does that count?
Yes, yes, of course. No, but what I think, because now that I've played, like, I've dwelled just a droplet in World of Warcraft, and that's the only other MMO I've played. Like that's that, yeah, MMORPG. Because I mean, I play League a bunch, because I'm stupid. But what I saw the main difference for me that I really liked about Final Fantasy 14 was the combat isn't what you'd expect from your typical MMO. Like your quest and stuff and like your shopping, like yeah, that's all familiar. It usually stays the same. Not much you can change to that. But what's really cool about it is every single class has some sort of unique mechanic to it. And MMO combats, you auto attack, you have your skills set up, and that's basically it. But they still took that just basic playing and added more to it. Like if you're playing the I forget, it's like the thaumaturge, or I don't know how to say that, but that's like your mage that uses like damaging spell. You have your fire affinity and your ice affinity. And if you're using ice spells, your MP regenerates, but you deal less damage. But if you're using fire spells, your damage is through the roof, but you stop regeneration. And there's skills that will immediately switch you between both forms. So like if you're fighting a big monster, you're going to start going all out fire, and then you're going to use a skill to switch all of your fire ranks into ice rank. So from doing a lot of damage, now all of a sudden you're regenerating MP like ridiculously fast. And like there's just cool gimmicks like that. I think the it's not a monk. I don't remember what the name of it is in that, but they have like a whole combo system. It's still just like right click auto attack, but there's like 3 different forms you can have, and you need to make sure your skills you use them in that order, because the more you do that, the more damage and faster they get. So if you just keep following that chain, like you just do whack amounts of damage. So like each class just has these neat little mechanics that just put a nice spin on like your typical combat. That I think it's really fun. I like it a lot.
Okay, I gotcha.
Yeah.
I don't know, because I was asking because when I went to GameStop, I was talking about Final Fantasy with the guy because I was buying like Final Fantasy 15, I think.
15 is so.
Wait, what'd you say?
I said 15 is so good. I'm a huge Final Fantasy geek. I own almost, not on the original platforms, but I own almost all of the just like 1 through 15, except for 11 and the 13 trilogy, because I sold 13. Because
Yeah, like when I went
15's
there,
a good game.
I mean, yeah, I really enjoyed it. I had a lot of fun with it, but like, the guy was telling me about like Final Fantasy, like the ones were good. Then he went, yeah, Final Fantasy 14. That's just Final Fantasy 14. Just like dropped it there. He just didn't seem like he enjoyed it.
Well, here's the thing. So I don't know when you got Final Fantasy 15, but what I really like about Final Fantasy 14 is Final Fantasy 14, just 14, like the original release, was horrible. The game was awful. It just didn't work. There was so much like bugs and graphic issues. The gameplay was just like, it just didn't function. It was a bad online game. So what they decided to do was, instead of just like patching it and being like, oh, we'll fix it up, reworked the entire game, made it Final Fantasy 14 A Realm Reborn. That's what it is now. And just basically re-released it just better. And the newest expansion, Shadowbringers, was a phenomenal expansion. And it was even nominated at the Game Award for, I think it was Best Ongoing Game, which I felt like it should have won, because I think the story of Final Fantasy 14 to Realm Reborn, like if you Google videos of 14, it looks awful. And if you play Realm Reborn, it's just such a fun time. It's crazy how like,
Okay.
yeah, no, but no, its initial release was really bad.
Okay. I think I might have to try it now.
Yeah, the free trial is very generous. I know it used to be. I had Googled this once. I have to see, because I might just be messing up information now. So don't quote me on. But I know it's a monthly subscription one on PC. I don't know if it's on PlayStation 4 if you have to do a monthly subscription, considering you're paying for the online services that way. But what I do know is, on PC, the free trial used to be like, I think you had, was it 1 month? I'm not sure. I know what they did now is you can play for a long amount of time, because the game is long. It takes a while to really start building characters and switching classes. So I know for the free trial now, I'm pretty sure you have up to level 30 in any class before you have to pay for the game. And which means you can switch to other classes. You can try them out, because at level 10 you get a lot more. And as you level up, you just start to get more classes you can use. So you can really try out like the basic classes, and play a good chunk of the game too. And you can even play with people who own the game. You just can't start the party. People can invite you though. But I know what they did for the original game was, instead of having to pay a monthly subscription from the get-go, I don't think you have to pay until you're level 50 in one class, which means that's when you can switch to like advanced classes. So if you really enjoy the game, if you bought the base game, you only have to do the monthly subscription after level 50 of what I looked up, or at least of what I remembered. So the free trial on PC is very generous.
Can I say something real quick?
Go for it.
Tucker will be on shortly.
Are you really?
Yeah, I just got a text from him, and the little thing on the side says that he's online now. So
There he be.
there he be. He shouldn't be too much longer.
Yeah.
He's only got 15 minutes to make a good one.
That's okay. We'll make it great. We're gonna talk about trees.
Okay.
The best team.
Team Trees. Mr. Beast and Team Trees. Hey,
Oh,
there's
oh,
Tucker.
whoa. Oh my goodness!
Aloha.
Oh, we're getting
Hi,
feedback.
Tucker.
Hello.
Hi, Tucker. How's
Hi.
it going?
I is Casey.
Okay,
Hello,
Tucker,
Casey.
you need to
Hi,
fix something because
Hi, Tucker. I
all
like
of us
the
are.
feedback.
I don't like it. It's not great for I'm going to mute Tucker temporarily. Tucker, you need to fix yourself.
Oh, why?
Oh,
I want to hear Tucker's beautiful voice again. Don't.
okay. Well, he needs to fix it because that's not great for an audio podcast. Tucker. Oh, Tucker has.
Oh,
Tucker has
oh
left
no!
the chat.
Why did you do
I
that?
didn't do it.
He's gone. You scared him away.
He's back.
Hey, there's Tucker.
Hello.
Did you fix yourself?
Hi.
Much better. Much better.
So spicy.
So, the spiciest.
Yeah, of course.
So what's going on?
We're talking about trees.
Yes, trees. Pine
Yeah.
trees.
Fantastic.
Yeah.
My favorite food.
Really? Oh my god, mine too.
God, so relatable.
I love just eating whole trees, man.
Yes.
So good.
My favorite tree
It's
is...
not even hard to approach them anymore. I mean, their bark is a lot worse than their bite.
This is true. This is true.
Oh, God.
My favorite tree is a juniper tree.
Nice trees.
Tucker.
I don't even know.
Best.
I don't think I have a favorite tree.
Tucker, I'm trying this Battle Royale now. If it's good, so far it looks interesting. We gotta play later.
Wait,
Okay.
a battle royale on worms?
No, Battle Royale in Fallout, actually.
Oh, I thought you were also talking about battle. Because that'd be kind of fun. I mean, I don't know how it'd work, but that'd be kind of interesting.
Mr. Beast's Battle Royale live ammunition.
That'd be interesting. Or you set up traps so that someone walks by and a tree falls on them.
Absolutely.
That'd
Gotta
be
bring in
so
trees.
They planted the 20 million of them for something.
cool. Yeah, yeah. Is that why during quarantine the environment's getting better? It's not because all the people are gone. It's because of the 20 million trees that were planted.
Trees are
Wilson, why do you sound like you've been assimilated into a robot?
I haven't. Why would you ever think that?
What kind of auto-tune are you using right now, for real?
All of it. The same kind
Every
that Justin Bieber
auto-tune.
uses.
Justin Bieber does not use autotune. I know this because I saw him in concert and he didn't use any. So I didn't. I'm
He
sorry.
was
Yeah,
lip
I know.
syncing.
Proof and facts. Right there.
He was lip syncing.
Lip syncing during performances is something that like so my mom is a voice teacher, and when she sees someone lip sync during a performance, like she will go off about how like bothered she is by it and like pop off when like Mariah Carey sing Christmas songs, and it's just you can tell. Especially I think it was 2018 or something when she got off and just started talking while like the music was in the background. So I think my favorite part of auto-tune, like not auto-tune, lip syncing, is watching my mom go insane when it happens. It's kind of funny.
That sounds great.
It does sound great.
It is quite the time, and especially when it comes to technique. If there's like a pop singer that's using bad technique, I will know about it the minute it comes up on the radio.
I just don't understand. How do you have the arrogance to lip sync to a song that you sang?
Exactly. Like, okay, I get for like if it's a performance in a concert and it's featuring somebody and they're not there, like yeah, you don't have to sing their part and it's fine to let the music do that. But if it's your part, like you should at least know it.
Yeah.
For real.
Yeah.
I forget who it was, but there was this one female singer who showed up to her concert, and she got like super wasted and drugged up before and couldn't remember any of the lyrics. So the song just played in the background without any of the words, and she just kind of like mumbled to it.
Hey, but at least she didn't limp sync, so you got to give her that.
Mhm.
She's honest.
So the
Honest
new,
that she was too coked out of her mind to remember.
yeah, the new Doom Eternal game is out. Anybody get it?
Oh yeah, I saw and Animal Crossing, which is
And
where all
Animal
my time
Crossing.
has been.
Wait, you play Animal Crossing?
Yeah, dude. I
How is that?
okay. So I initially didn't get it on release because I didn't think it was going to be a bad game. I just didn't think it was going to be something that held my interest because at the time, like school still existed, and last time I played Animal Crossing, I just stopped doing school, and all I did was that. So when there's
Yes,
no
your
school,
grades remember that.
yeah, oh yeah, of course they do, especially cough cough trick. But when there's no school and you're stuck inside of a house, and they were just released a game about not being in a house, it looks really appealing. So I got it just because why not? And there's just so much stuff to do that normally my problem with older Animal Crossings was unless you time travel, there's like a day only goes so far. But in this, because like the crafting and stuff and like the different quests you can do, you just cannot put it down. It's really good. So I definitely think it's worth the dollars. It's a good time.
I don't know, I was thinking about getting it. I might have to now. Might have.
I've never played an Animal Crossing, but they look kind of good.
This is a really good one to start on,
Okay.
just because like the first day, unlike the other ones where it's like, oh, you got to go sell things, but you started at 11 o'clock at night, so the shop's kind of closed right now. This one, like your first 3 days, it lets you do basically everything as if there was no time restraint, and it's really nice for starting off because you can get a lot of things done in your first couple of days.
Oh, that's
Okay,
interesting.
gotcha. And a little side thing, I had to throw this in for Tucker. Tucker, this is Fortnite now.
This
What is?
Fallout 76 Battle Royale is Fortnite now because I picked up something and it's like, oh, you can use your camp to build structures.
Oh no.
Attention, all Fallout gamers.
Wait. I don't remember. Tucker, was it the last episode that I ranted about Fortnite, or was it the unfortunately corrupted episode that I ranted about Fortnite?
I think it was last episode.
Oh man, I kind of want to rant again about it. Casey,
Here.
would you like to?
Do you want me to
Listen,
fuel the fire a little bit?
Oh, go for it.
yes, please.
So this was like a month ago. I was giving my younger brother Luke a ride home from one of his dance classes, and we were just talking because he got Untitled Goose Game because he was gonna buy like one really like this indie game that was like Girl Monster Hunt Run of Love or some weird thing like that it just didn't look good. So I'm like, why don't you get a good game like this instead? And he's like, okay. So since then, he likes to talk to me about games before he gets them or like things he buys. So we were in the car and he was like, think I'm going to get the Fortnite Battle Pass. I'm like, I'm sorry, what? He's like, Fortnite Battle Pass. I'm like, what? Why? I want to know. So I was like, why? He's like, well, because you can get missions. I'm like, that's like, you mean things every other game has? You're just paying $10 for it on a free game. He's like, yeah, and you get Peely. I'm like, who the heck is Peely? And second, why is this worth $10 for missions? He's like, well, because it's spies and stuff. I'm like, but you can use that $10 and get like Switch sales are crazy. You can get great games for $10. I'm like, why would you put that towards a battle pass? Like, because within a week you're gonna forget about it. He's like, well, because
Did you say Switch games are good?
yeah, Nintendo Switch games are there's some really good ones on there.
There's
They have some really good sales too for
Okay,
the
yeah.
games.
They
Like
have really
Colby
good-
texts me every other week, like, "Hey, this game you got for $10, it's 99 cents on here." So
No, sales
No.
are crazy. And they're all time.
they're good sales. But remember that one night I went ranting about all those weird games, Tucker?
oh my god, yes, we went through the game store on that for like
We
2
went-
hours.
We went
This-
deep into the store.
The Switch store, I will say, is pretty wild. The fact that there's some games that are just straight up porn that you can buy on the Switch, like
Yo, there were so many like that though, and there's
they
so many
just announced. They just announced that they're putting Nekojishi 2 on it, which none of you know what Nekojishi is, but it's basically just Yif food.
I'm assuming it's Nekopara Part 2.
No, it's all basically like on the verge of furry pornography. Heck, I think there was an NSFW version for a little bit, and now they're like, hey, they're making a sequel. What if we put this on Switch? And now it is. They had a whole announcement trailer and everything. So, Nintendo does not care anymore. They're just like, let's put everything on.
I mean, if you're getting sales, why not?
True, it's true. And I'd be lying if I said I'd not buy it.
Oh, Casey. Oh my.
Wow.
Oh Lord, I have sinned.
Should I just like bleep out that entire section?
I think we might need to ring the editor on that one.
Okay, I will. I'll text June later.
Oh, okay. Another thing that's kind of like ticked me off throughout this whole virus thing. Do you guys have Instagram?
Yeah, I do.
Yeah. Oh, you're talking about the Until Tomorrow?
I don't understand it.
Okay. First was that, then there was like so many trends on people's stories.
Yep, I saw that too. I absolutely hated it. I don't. Does anyone understand the Until Tomorrow thing?
Yeah, it's you post an embarrassing picture of yourself, and it's there until tomorrow. But since people are dumb, the word inappropriate can mean like two things. So regardless, I think today is tomorrow, so it should be gone. But I hated my Snapchat and Instagram for a good solid 24 hours.
So I wasn't sure what you were talking about, but your discussion brought another idea into my mind. Have you guys seen the challenge going around?
Tucker, no, the C word. You don't say it.
You got it!
Wait, Juniper, please edit that out. Please, at least bleep it.
Yes, please do that.
Please.
Keep
Sorry,
that-
I meant the Heineken
Keep-
challenge. My apologies.
Everything except the last letter.
Tucker
Yeah.
almost got crucified by Casey.
I think my computer might break because the amount of times I slam my here. It's not
I
very
apologize
Next
for
level
that.
Serpalo. He's Serpalo.
I just do. My hands get red on the sides. If I play online, I just scream. I casually scream. I think it's very stress relieving. But if I hit the table too many times, my hands start to get red. Just out of just sheer 1 second aggression.
Boy, did I mess up.
Yes, Tucker, you did mess up.
Yes, you have sinned.
You always mess up.
Tucker sins once again.
Yep.
Sorry, will happen again.
Ah, darn.
We'll just have to crucify you.
I
I'll get the
mean-
barbed wire.
If Jesus can come back,
There
in 3
was
days,
not
then I can
barbed
come back
wire
in
back
2.
then. They did not use barbed wire. Look, I don't.
It
go
was
to
a
church
crown
too
of thorns.
often. Yeah,
Or
it was some nails. It was not barbed wire. I don't like. They did not have that
It's
back
the-
then.
it
They
is the new
buried
age.
Jesus in a trench and wrapped
Trench
him in
warfare.
barbed wire. Yeah.
Jesus was in
It
World
is
War
now
One.
the new age. We don't need to use a crown of thorns. We can use barbed wire.
I mean, I guess no one's stopping you, but why?
I don't know.
Tucker,
What?
when did any game when was a hand weapon ever better than a Gatling gun?
I mean, you
Halo.
can reload faster.
The energy sword in Halo.
Have you ever played Call of Duty? Because any melee weapon's better than any.
That
This
is true.
This is very true.
Or
Well,
like
apparently
Wilson said,
it's-
Halo, energy
Yeah.
sword or gravity
Yeah.
Or
hammer
the
is better
gravity
than
hammer.
any gun.
Yeah.
Apparently, it's like
Except
that
a
in
shotgun.
Fallout now because I had full health and I got hit dead.
I mean, Call of Duty be like, am I right?
Yeah. The Bowie knife.
But it's not Call of Duty.
David
Also
Bowie
true.
knife.
Yeah. Well, guys. We're,
Listen, John, Fallout has to rip off some game, okay?
We just hit the 1 hour mark, so I think we're gonna wrap up here shortly.
I just hit the 5-minute mark, so time
You
to
actually
go.
just hit the 15-minute mark. You were here for roughly 15 minutes.
Wow, that's a long time.
That's pretty good.
It was
Not
pretty
gonna
good. It was
lie.
pretty good.
Time flies by when you're kissing your.
Time flies when you're having rum.
Yep.
Thanks. We don't promote drinking
No,
here,
we
so
don't.
don't
we
drink
don't.
water.
No, don't drink.
Uh,
don't drink anything.
Yeah, no
Yeah.
water either. Stay dehydrated.
If your lips get dry, that means you're being reborn. You're just shedding
Yes.
a layer of skin. Just let it happen. It's okay.
It's like a snake.
I
Yeah.
shed it 3
Yeah,
times this
just be
week.
reborn.
Really? Oh, I'm only halfway through my second.
Dang.
I gotta step up my level by drinking less.
Yep. Well, thank you guys for joining me.
Yeah, but
today.
like a spider, I ran out of nutrients and had to devour my children.
Ah, darn.
Tucker,
Hate-
let him
hate to see
let
it
him
happen.
finish the outro.
But yeah.
You continue this conversation after.
Please. Thank you guys so much for joining me.
Okay, I'll let him
today.
finish the outro.
Oh yeah. Alright.
I will see you.
Wait, what were
all-
you saying
Wait,
there?
he's doing an outro?
You were about to say something?
Wait. Is it the outro? Is this the outro?
Or is this the mid-roll?
Wait.
It's an ad roll.
Ah.
This episode of Idiots with Mikes is sponsored by me about to murder Tucker.
By Apron.
No, okay, we're gonna have to bleep that one out.
Yeah.
By,
Tucker.
what do you
Wait.
mean? All I said was Red Apron.
Red Apron.
Oh, I heard
Blue
Purple
Robin.
Apron.
This video was sponsored by the Lettuce Men. on
Sponsored in
Fifth
part by a
Street.
live studio audience.
Yeah, give us a round of applause. They're all here. They're taking a survey about why
All 2
they're
people.
yeah on silly.
Thank you guys for being with me
Wait,
today.
there's an outro.
Wait, do we have advertisements?
No, not
Yeah.
yet.
I'm sponsoring
Oh,
with my
never mind. Before we end, this episode's sponsored by Casey. Check out their YouTube
Yeah.
channel whenever they decide to record and
When I-
upload a video.
when I'm not lazy and not drawing GIF.
Exactly. We will.
Hey, send me it when you're done.
Yeah.
Just,
That is a bold request, my man.
just send it to the Discord.
Oh, Wilson, Casey, I told Tucker about this earlier. Do you think this was a cursed image? Like, if somebody took a picture of me doing it, eating pizza rolls with a
With
With
the
a fork?
fork?
yes.
Oh, so I have something to rant about, and it's exactly that. Who the heck eats them with a fork?
I do,
You
because I don't
do?
want to get
What?
grease on my controllers.
Oh,
That's
okay.
acceptable.
Okay, that,
Yeah.
that is acceptable. That makes sense. But if you're
You
just,
have a pass, but you're on
Yeah.
thin ice.
if you're just
Oh God.
if you're just chilling in your kitchen doing nothing but eating pizza rolls and you're using a fork, unacceptable.
Yeah, no, that's bad. That's sad and lonely.
It is
Probably.
not.
Tom Nook will cap your knees. Just so you know.
Yes.
Dude, if I was called Tom Nook, I would be scared. Would his theme song just like slowly get him?
Okay.
His theme song is Giorno's theme song.
Oh God.
Dun, 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 dun.
He knows it.
Thank you guys for joining me today.
Thank you for having me today.
You're welcome. Hopefully you can come back on again. I really enjoyed it. And to
I mean,
the
as
audience,
long as the virus is going on, I'll be here.
okay. And to the audience, thank you guys so much for watching. If you are
Yes,
still watching,
studio audience. Woo!
we will see you in the next episode. Bye, y'all.
Of Attack on Titan.
Late.